Hi there and welcome back to my channel. This is Sean, the Honest Book Reviewer, with another book review. In this video we're discussing Death by Demo, written by Callie Carpenter. It's the first book in a new series, a cozy mystery series, and the series is called the Home Renovation Mystery series. Now I enjoyed this book quite a lot. It's got a great mystery, it's very solid, and it's got great cozy elements. I liked all the characters, I like the setting, I like the interactions. I've got so much going for this book, and I think this series will be a good series to start and enjoy in the future. And I'm looking forward to more books in this series. A main character in this book, and hence the series, her name is Jamie. And Jamie is just recovering still from her divorce to her high school sweetheart, Henry. So, they were married for 15 years, I think, and in this book, they had a prenup, and according to the prenup, when they divorced, she got nothing basically. They started a business after they were married, but even though it started after they were married, for some reason the prenup just stated that she couldn't get anything from that business. So she was left with no business, no assets really, just money she invested herself in the business, and Henry also gave her a house, but it was quite run down, needs a lot of work. And she's worried about the house basically, and she's been told by her attorney, just sell it, get rid of it. But she's determined. She wants to renovate it, and then sell it, and then use that to start her own business. She's determined to start her own home renovation or construction business, and I just like that about this character. I like her determination, I like her grit, I like her fire, I like how strong she is. I like her whole character basically in this story. It's a great balanced character. She's got great observations, great wit as well in the story. I do like Jamie as a main character. So being a cozy mystery, there has to be a mystery to solve. And often in cozy mystery series, the first book directly involves the main character. And it does in this book. So she's in her house trying to renovate it, and she knocks down a wall. And it falls down after one swing, which shouldn't happen. But she finds in the rubble a dead body. So of course, that puts a snag in her plans. You know, the police have to investigate, there's forensic units investigating, and she can't get into her house to continue renovations. So there's a whole snag in her plan, she's got contractors lined up, everything, and she starts to panic. And I like the strength again in this character, because during that moment, that crisis, she just thinks about things and juggles things and gets other things done. And that drives her into the mystery itself, because she thinks if she can help solve the mystery or solve it for the police, then they'll get out of her hair quicker and she can get this house renovated quicker. So that's the driver for Jamie to investigate in the first place. So I don't want to dive too heavily into the mystery in this video. I don't want to give anything away. But I'll say about the mystery just one thing. I like the fact that at first it's all about Jamie wanting to solve it so she can get into the house and renovate it. But then it also becomes about trying to do the best thing for the victim, because she does learn something about the victim when she learns who the victim is. So it just gives her more emphasis to solve this case for different reasons. And I like that about this character and the fact that it's in the book, because it shows different sides to the protagonist, Jamie. And I do like that because it makes her a more well-rounded character. It just gives her more empathy as well in the story and gives her more facets. So all the things about Jamie in this story I like very much. So let's talk about the book in general. For a debut book, it's really good. I enjoyed it very much. The mystery feels very real and organic. Sometimes in mysteries it can feel forced. The author's trying to force it down different paths and force different clues that don't have a sense of being found organically. You know, they're not found naturally. But in this book, I think the clues all feel real. They all feel believable. They all feel like they're there for a reason and they can happen in real life. I get that sense in this book. I enjoyed the setting in this book a lot. I'm not sure it's set in a small town. I've got a feeling it's set in a city, but it has a small town feel to it. That's down to the characters as well. The minor characters also. I like how when Jamie walks around town, goes to different businesses or sees people in the street, they know her, they're familiar with her. It's got that kind of small town feel where people know each other and they talk to each other in the street as well or in stores. I like that feel in this book. It's got a comforting feel, and it just makes you feel like these characters have been friends and known each other for a long time, and you're drawn into that setting, into those scenes, and that just carries along that whole comforting feel in this story. And I like cozy mysteries that have that feel to it. I do prefer cozy mysteries in small towns or in villages, country villages, in those small settings where it's all about the characters as well and how they interact. One of the good things about this book is the main support characters, which I think is going to be a regular cast in this series. I like Jamie's parents. They got a familiar feel to other cozy mysteries I've read where the protagonist is a bit younger. The parents can be a little bit annoying sometimes, but also there for support and comfort, and I like that feel in this book. Also, I like the protagonist's best friend, and Lara is the best friend in this book. I like the fact that she's a bit more logical, but it's not as extreme as other books I've read. So Jamie is a bit logical herself, and in other cozy mysteries I've read, the best friend is super logical and the main character is not. So this book, not as extreme, and it feels quite real because of that, because it feels like these two people, these two best friends, have been friends because they've got familiar characteristics. I like that in this book. Jamie is the protagonist in this book. I like her character a lot. I like her balanced view on life. She's even balanced about her ex-husband, and reading this book, you'll soon come to the conclusion that she's better off without this guy, but she's balanced about that. Even when she can kind of dig the knife in a bit and just say things to him or be a bit nasty if she wants to be, she's not. So I like that about the character. And she just goes through life, it seems, with a balanced way. So I do enjoy that about this character. I like her wit, her observations. She's a bit cynical at times as well, which is good. So it shows all different facets to her personality. A strong character. I look forward to seeing how this character is more developed in future books. Lara is the best friend character in this book, and she plays that best character well, so written very well in this book. I wonder if future books in this series, if Lara will have more of a role in investigations. I like to see that. I like to see how she plays off with Jamie in investigations. It'd be interesting, I think. Lara is a little bit of a different thinker, not too much, but the thing I like about Lara is she brought this whole spreadsheet idea into this book, and it's the first cozy mystery I've read where the characters use a spreadsheet to think about the crime, to sort out their thoughts, and to put suspects in place and take them away for certain reasons. I like that in this book. Just makes it a little bit different, a little bit of a different tweak in the story. And I think that's all down to how Lara's written as well, because that spreadsheet thinking just matches that character in this story. Mike is an interesting character in this book. He owns the house next door to where Jamie's renovating, and he also manages the hardware store where Jamie buys tools and other things to renovate the house. He's interesting because I think he's going to be the love interest in this book for Jamie. And I just described like that, and you can see it's obvious actually in the story when you progress with it, but he's also there for different reasons in the book, so written very well. I do enjoy the character. For me, he kind of feels like the Mike character from Desperate Housewives. I'm sure that was his name in Desperate Housewives, the handyman type character. I wonder if this character was influenced by that. Death by Demo is a good first book in a series. I enjoyed it a lot. I rated it 3.5 out of 5. There's so much going for this book. The setting's good, the character's good, the mystery's very strong. It all feels real. Everything in this book just feels organic and real. I enjoyed the writing style very much. It just flowed so well for me. And it's a writing style I really liked, and it made the read effortless. I'm looking forward to more books in this series. I'm hoping there are more books in this series. I think it deserves it. On my channel, I review many cozy mysteries. If you enjoy cozy mysteries, check out my channel and subscribe. On the screen now is a link to another video for a book I'm sure you'll enjoy.